Welcome to In the Days of Hip Hop, and I'll be your host, none other than the mighty J.O.E. This is a podcast where we discuss hip hop albums of the past and of the present. But before I get into that, I'd like to discuss what we're trying to do as we grow this channel, such as doing lives where we get people's input on the artists, like fun facts if I missed out something, things about the artist they know that I may not know, or their favorite songs or favorite producers, things of that nature. And also, as we grow this channel, for every 10th subscriber, you'll get a free merch official t-shirt made by my man Keith. And we'll also have some available for sale as things go on. But just keep up. If you know, like for every 10th subscriber, I have a link. You can hit me up, let me know, and definitely get it to you. All right, on to today's artist. The first artist of this episode is none other than LL Cool J and his classic debut album, Radio, which was released November 18, 1985. Fun fact, LL was the first artist released on Def Jam, making him the flagship artist, the very first artist. He was discovered by Rick Rubin at 16 years old. I think he was just sending in his demos. Rick was in his dorm room, and I believe Ad Rock from the Beastie Boys came across it. But anyway, this album consisted of 11 tracks. I think one was a skit, so basically 10 tracks from Radio, Rock the Bells, Dear Yvette, You a Rock, I Need a Beat, Dangerous. I mean, straight bangers, all of them. All produced by Rick Rubin. I think except one was co-produced by DJ Jazzy J. And another fact, fun fact, Cut Creator, which is LL's DJ for this album, he didn't do much of the scratching on this album. You can check out you can type in interviews he done. He admitted it. He wasn't really around for the first album. He was around, but I think he was in school or something. So I believe most of the scratching was done by Jazzy J himself for this album. But man, this album was, to me, it was complete from top to bottom. It kind of let you know, man, hip hop was, it was really getting serious at the time, because I believe at the time, this album here was like maybe the third or fourth hip hop album to have a gold certification. I'm not sure, but I know behind Run DMC, Houdini, and the Fat Boys. Or, yeah, it's close, but I know it's in like that top four. He was like the top four artists, one of the top four artists to receive a gold certification for a whole album. I mean, you had people like Sugar Hill and Curtis Blow that had singles that went gold or platinum, but for as an album, it wasn't many at that time for us hip hop, and that's a fact. But man, you could tell he came in, man, his delivery, aggressive style, growl, the lyrics, it kind of, you could tell it was starting to, hip hop was, it was going to be something serious, He definitely one of the forefathers of the game. Like he calls himself the GOAT. He is one of the GOATs, no doubt about it. And man, like I say, and another thing about this album, he had no video. no visuals for this album. The only time we seen his face was maybe like a minute in the movie Crush Groove, where he did like a 8 or 16th in a radio, like he was auditioning for a talent show, but in the movie. But for those that don't know, go and check it out. Crush Groove, starring Run DMC and Fat Boys and Curtis Blow and Shirley E, a few more people, Jacqueline Hyde. But yeah, but other than that, you didn't know who he was unless you bought the album. I think on the front of the album is a picture of a radio. On the back, he's standing with the I think the Jordans one, the very first Air Jordans on, red and black. Yeah, check it out, no doubt. And like I say, man, and he set the tone off with Radio, You Were Rock the Bells, Dangerous. He had like a I ain't gonna say a love song, but something dedicated to a girl, like he had a crush on this girl, I Want You. He had another song called Dear Yvette. That's a Lie, kind of funny song. You Can't Dance. Yeah, and things like that. But overall, man, the album was a great album, solid album, man. I mean, from top to bottom, I think next to his second album, Bigger and Deffer, is it's some of his best work. But me personally, Bigger and Deffer was his best album. That's just me speaking personally, from my opinion. But he went on, man, to have a extraordinary career in hip hop. Man, this man released like maybe a total of 13 albums, 13, 14, which at least 10 got gold or platinum certification, making him really one of the GOATs from 1985 all the way up to I think he just released an album in 2024 or something like that. But I mean, he was still in the early 2000s, still releasing gold and platinum album, from 85. So if that don't explain why he called himself the GOAT, you just won't get it, I mean, he ain't nothing else, numbers don't lie, man. This man here has sold some records. And this before streaming and bundles and all this other stuff, man. Just pure physical sales, where you had to go in, back in the day, actually go in and purchase an album back then, or CD, or we had cassettes. So yeah, this man has seen every era of the game. So salute Cool J, man. But I'll definitely be doing one on Bigger and Deffer sometime down the line. But for right now, this will be it. And I hope y'all subscribe. And if you do, and leave comments about what you want me to touch on or what artists you want to talk about next, and we'll definitely go from there. Like I say, please subscribe, and we'll go from there. So appreciate y'all. If you look at it, appreciate you, and thanks again. Till next time.